certainly they'll have their eyes on winning it. Like you say, there's not many things they can win now this season. I think the league has probably gone from them. Champions League is going to be really difficult, so you'd look at this one as probably
the head tennis. We're underway, and on the right the head tennis brings the ball to O'Keefe, puts it back inside. Phillips will chip it into the box. Good header off the post. Well, early header there. It was Keeler Dunn rising highest in the box, and that could be as good a chance as Barnsley get through the whole game. Very first minute, and he's headed it against the inside of the post. It was lucky it didn't come back off the keeper. The Barnsley captain, Keeler Dunn, in his white shirt, has his hands on his head. And goodness me, it was a cross in from the right from O'Keefe, just lifted it up, got in between Gomez and Van Dijk, and headed against the inside of the post. Early chance there, and a real let-off for Liverpool.
Well, he's not known for his heading, Davis Keeler Dunn, but he got in between the two centre-halves there. He met the ball really well. Ahmedashvili could do nothing about it. It just cannoned off the post. It was a really good start from Barnsley. They played some nice stuff down this right-hand side, got a really good cross in. And they were unfortunate there that they haven't opened the scoring.
Robertson back in at left back for Liverpool, passes across to Gomez. 0-0 still the score if you're just joining us, but already a chance for the visitors. So if Liverpool were already going to be on their guard, they will be more so now.
Well, Barnsley do look like when they haven't got the ball, they've gone to a back five, haven't they? With four in front of them.
Passed across to Gomez, quickly on once more, and then Frimpong will link up on the right. Back Liverpool bring it though to Gomez, just getting a few touches it feels like here. Szoboszlai exchange passes with Jones, now to Robertson, out to the left. That's where Ngamoa finds himself early on. Szoboszlai again with his long hair. Cross to Gomez, gets caught on the ball slightly. He's going to be played in behind, and Cleary, who's got a bit of pace about him, is running up against Van Dijk. He's in a shoulder-to-shoulder tussle inside the penalty area. Left-hand side, Barnsley attack, chipped in over the top of Keeler Dunn. The two best moments of the game so far, going to the 1912 winners who are visiting Anfield today. Then held up by Gakpo, who has gone through the middle here. Craig Hignett, what do you make of that? You were saying you were expecting to be the one to lead the line out.
That's the way it be, yeah. Gakpo is in the middle. You've got Ngamoa on this left-hand side, Chiesa on the right. That's how I thought they would probably line up, but some good times, haven't they, for Barnsley already?
Yeah, they've, as I said, it might not get a better chance than that. Let's hope not from a Liverpool perspective. McAllister, little ball into the box, and it nearly come out there on the right-hand side. Liverpool breaking in, but just unable to make that count. It was Chiesa coming in off the right there.
Really clever, wasn't it, from McAllister? Lovely little ball. He's on the edge of the box. People were expecting him to shoot. He just slipped a lovely little pass in. Chiesa's touch was just too heavy.
He's linking things well up is the Argentinian McAllister as Gomez finds Van Dijk. McAllister's on offer again. Now there's a player free on the right. It's Frimpong in front of the Kenny Dalglish stand. Tiptoeing towards the box, then puts his foot on the ball and keeps it to the side all in red. This is more what we expect. Barnsley camped in behind the ball. Liverpool pushing players high up into their opponent's half. And Ngamoa has it on the left now. Outside of the boot to Jones, who runs in towards the penalty area, lays it off to Szoboszlai. Neat feet, gets a shot away, it's deflected high in the air, and this should be, and nearly wasn't, an easy catch for Murphy Cooper, but I think if he'd had the cop behind him there, it might have been even more nervous for him, but he's at the Anfield Road end of the minute.
It was miles up in the air, wasn't it? It took an age to come down, and I think just before he caught it, his foot hit the post. Threw him off a little bit.
Yeah, he just seemed to slip to the ground, and it's one of those you were expecting to see him take above his head, but he ended up catching it round about his waist. First shot of the game then for Liverpool, but it was blocked and just spun up really towards the goal of Murphy Cooper. Liverpool passing now on the right. And here is Gomez again with a loose touch that invited Keeler Dunn to try and take it off him. Couldn't do so. Been playing for 5 minutes now. 0-0 the score on BBC Radio Merseyside with Mike Perkins and FA Cup finalist Craig Hignett this evening at Anfield. Tussling in the middle of the park at Barnsley. They find Cleary again on the left. Again, and a call for it from Keeler Dunn through the middle. Cleary can't get it away. Back heels though on. Cross comes in. Mamedashvili for a moment. but he was happy to see it sail over the bar again. But Ogbeta this time with the progress down the left, 0-0 the score remains.
Well, I think he's mishit that, Ogbeta, but it put Mamardashvili in a really difficult position because it wasn't that far over the bar. Caught him right off guard. He was trying to cross it. Ended up being a really close shot.
Frimpong inside to McAllister. Now on to Gomez, who strides through the left-hand side of the centre circle in his own half. Robertson. Now Szoboszlai switches the play back out to the right. Chiesa chasing, but that's asking a little bit too much, and the yellow ball disappears off the over the whitewash and out for a goal kick. 0-0, still the score in the early stages of this one, but it's a header off the inside of the post from the Barnsley captain, Davis Keeler-Dunn, which is the closest that either side has come to scoring so far. A little bit of singing from the away fans as Shepherd, their centre-half, takes it to Murphy. Then it goes forward to Cleary. It's got Ogbeta who'll rush onto this. Yoganathan picks it up. It's one of the former Liverpool Academy products. Be a big day for those players, won't it? I mean, you must have, as a player, whenever you came back to Liverpool in the Premier League, you must have loved to try and prove yourself.
Yeah, you always want to do well, don't you? Even though they're my team, Liverpool, you always wanted to do well against them.
Here's Szoboszlai, checks it down from a throw-in. Cross it goes to Gomez. Chiesa makes a run ahead of him. Frimpong still out on the right. We go to Van Dijk instead and out to the left. Here's Ngamoa. He's got Gakpo in the box, but that's about it. Jones is tiptoeing there now. Little bit of a foot goes in. Ball across to McAllister now. Can't find a pass, so just keeps possession. Liverpool midway up the Barnsley half. Passing further forward to Robertson. Tries to swing it in from the left. This should go for the first corner of the game. And it does so on the left-hand side to Liverpool. So they'll be happy with the way that's gone for them.
Yeah, it was a decent crossing area, wasn't it, for Andy Robertson with his left foot. It was Phillips who got the block, gone behind. Cody Gakpo taking this corner now from Liverpool's left-hand side. This is where you'd expect someone like Virgil van Dijk to be dominant, wouldn't you? You can see there's a bit of a mismatch in the middle there.
Yeah, he's around the penalty spot is Van Dijk. Referee keeping a close eye. Cross goes in towards the far post in the end. And now played out to Jones. He's going to try and lift it back in. Can Szoboszlai get to it? Not quite. There's a header away from the tall Barnsley midfielder Yoganathan, and then it's out of play on the left-hand side. So it's just settling in here, settling into more of a pattern that we would expect given the 57 places between the sides. But the threat has been there, and arguably Barnsley could be ahead here. 0-0 those to score. Szoboszlai. Good 25 to 30 yards from goal. It's in the top corner. And that was quality from Dominic Szoboszlai. Just given half a yard of space in the midfield, inside left channel, took it onto his right boot and smashed it past the right hand of the diving Murphy Cooper and into the visitors' goal. And that settles things down for Liverpool. They lead 1-0. And we've been playing for 9 minutes.
Well, that's just quality, isn't it? That's what that is. It's standing off a player who, I'm sure they've known he's got dynamite in his boots, but they've just stood off him, let him get it out of his feet, and as soon as he hit that, you knew it was in. Just steps inside, right foot. Keeper was nowhere near it. It was a brilliant strike.
It's top class, but as you say, you just can't give a player of Szoboszlai's quality that much space, but he made the most of it. Liverpool were just almost tiptoeing forward, weren't they, with their passing movement, and Barnsley hadn't put any pressure on. And Szoboszlai said, why not? I'm going to smash this one in the top corner. Liverpool 1, Barnsley 0, and the home fans in good voice, as you can hear on BBC Radio Merseyside. It might be in better voice if Frimpong can get to this one. He can't quite, it's over the whitewash. That'll just settle things though, won't it?
Yeah, it will. It'll settle them right down. They've got their noses in front now. And the other thing it'll do is it'll knock the confidence of Barnsley, won't it? They've had probably the best chances in the game up until that point. And I wouldn't even call the goal a chance. You know, he was, 30 yards out maybe?
Yeah. It was the best part of anyway, wasn't he?
Yeah.
We've not quite got the tape measure out on it yet, but he was getting on for it.
There, was he?
6th of the season for Szoboszlai. Also has 5 assists to his name, so he will be very happy with that one indeed, as the Barnsley passing takes them over halfway with Okbeta. Tries to feed it inside, but Szoboszlai doing his defensive duties now and picking up in front of Gomez and Van Dijk in the centre-half positions and taking the ball back and starting things off again.
As a lower league team coming to a place like this, what you want to do is you want to get through the first 15 minutes, 20 minutes with hopefully nothing.
The groans, because Szoboszlai's now giving it away to Keeler Dunn, but he can't find anyone else in white as he forayed forward, and Arne Slot will be able to give it back to Andy Robertson, and will allow Craig Hignett to finish that point.
Yeah, so the last thing you want to do is concede early, and that's exactly what Barnsley have done, so it'll be a little bit sceptical now of throwing bodies forward. They won't want to get a real battering here.
Spread out to Chiesa, who back heels it on. Now Frimpong approaching the right corner of the area as Liverpool attack. The 1-2 didn't quite find Ngamoa, but Chiesa's got it back again, and Barnsley just lacks with their clearance, really. They could have really done with a boot going through it and sticking it in the Kenny Dalglish stand. That didn't happen, and it nearly presented Frimpong with another chance. Liverpool keep the ball. More space for Szoboszlai halfway up the Barnsley half. Finds McAllister. It's almost at a training ground speed for Liverpool, this. Chiesa back onto his left. Swings it in. Didn't quite find the quality. O'Keefe gets across and blocks the path of the advancing Ngamoa, and it's out for a goal kick there. But as I say, Liverpool, almost training pace, being allowed to progress quite high up the half, Craig.
Yeah, they are. They're just moving the ball, aren't they? Really quick, too quick for Barnsley at the moment. Chiesa had a couple of chances there to find a killer pass. Tried a couple of times with Frimpong, didn't manage it.
He did well, actually. We just seen the replay of the Szoboszlai to miss out the referee there as well. That was probably the closest person to tackling him in that fantastic strike from way out from Szoboszlai. As we say, if it wasn't 30 yards, it was the best part
close,
of.
Yeah.
It was 29.9 as Robertson passes inside. Finds Szoboszlai again. Swing it out to the right. Raking ball. Brought down by Chiesa, who's got Frimpong inside him. Into the penalty area he goes. Tries to cut it back to McAllister. Jørgensen was there.
Again, he picked the wrong option, didn't he? Frimpong was on earlier, much earlier, there for Chiesa, and he ignored him.
It's almost the pace they're being allowed to play at. When they try and increase the speed, they've struggled. They've lost it again here. Barnsley charging forward, and there's going to be a chance to go all the way towards the Liverpool goal for Keeler Dunn again. But unlike his header earlier in the half, which was very accurate, that one just seemed to slip off his boot and away wide of the right-hand post. And still that header off the inside of the post is the closest the visitors have come. Liverpool with the goal from Szoboszlai lead 1-0. Playing for 13 minutes of this game, just over in fact. It's Gomez. Passes into McAllister. Now Frimpong, he's got Chiesa out on the touchline. Getting the whitewash on his boots there and flicking it back to Frimpong, who's pursued by Cleary. Long sleeves and gloves on for Cleary today as this one is played back. So Chiesa, who also has the long sleeves on now. Robertson, cross to Ngamoa. Oh, he skipped really nicely around the challenger O'Keefe. Into the box on the left-hand side. Liverpool attacking. Dangerous ball back, but it didn't quite reach Curtis Jones, but right from Ngamoa there out on the left.
Yeah, O'Keefe, you can see his first thought is to kind of get really close really quickly, and he went too quickly.
Hooked back in here by Robertson, who'd gone after a bouncing ball, but it goes out of play, unfortunately, from his perspective. Now chipped into the box towards the back right post of Murphy Cooper's goal, and it goes out of play for Liverpool's second corner of the half at the Anfield Road end. Take it quick, Ngamoa, Jones combine. Now back to Szoboszlai, he's going to shoot again, and this time it takes Shepherd's head, and I think it nearly took his head with it, to be honest, because it's gone out for a corner on the left again, but I think Shepherd might need some attention after that. It was a brave bit of defending.
Well, we haven't learned, have they? It was a short corner, played to Szoboszlai, and again, similar distance, wasn't it? The ball was bouncing a little bit, got a good contact on it. I think the keeper was probably covering it.
Could have gone anywhere off the centre-half's head as well.
He'd have felt that.
Szoboszlai now going in the 6-yard area. Van Dijk and Gomez deep at the penalty spot. A couple more Liverpool players gathered on the edge of the 6-yard area. That's where the ball goes. It was allowed to bounce by Barnsley. Comes back, belted by Curtis Jones on his left foot. And straight into white shirts advancing, and back out it comes. Liverpool having the better of the game now. They've settled. It's largely been through Dominic Szoboszlai's efforts. I think it might have been Keeler Dunn who took the brunt of that one. He's bent over double at the moment, and the referee's just stopped the game to allow him to get a bit of wind back in the lungs. In fact, Bland it was who took that one, I think. Central midfielder. Now Van Dijk, forward to Szoboszlai. 16 minutes on the clock here at Anfield. McAllister out to the whitewash where he finds Chiesa. Back in he goes, thinking about using his left foot. Steps over the ball and then passes. Cross McAllister to Szoboszlai. One more to Robertson. Now on to Engamoa, right out on the left-hand side. Liverpool attacking towards the edge of the penalty area. Engamoa's ball in's headed away. Barnsley still defending very deep. Header there was from behind the penalty spot. Now, out on the right it goes. Chance for Frimpong to get a cross in. Does so, looking for Gakpo, who was between the centre-halves on the edge of the 6-yard area. But one of those centre-halves takes it behind for a corner.
Yeah, there wasn't too many Liverpool bodies in the box there. Good play. Frimpong, great cross in the middle. Only really Gakpo was there. Everyone else was just holding out on the edge.
Two shots blocked from Liverpool and one in the top right-hand corner of the Barnsley goal, and that's why they lead here. This corner to be taken from the right-hand side, lifted high. White shirts go up with Van Dijk towards the back post. Van Dijk still gets it across before it's volleyed away. Now McAllister tries to bring the ball back to the lush green turf. Frimpong sends it back into the Barnsley half on the carpet. Then gets it back, so spreads it to Gomez. Liverpool dominating all the ball here. 18th minute of the game. They lead 1-0 with Mike Perkins and Craig Hignett on BBC Radio Merseyside. Gamoa back to McAllister. Cross to Gomez. Chiesa out on the right. Feeds it on to Frimpong. Turns nicely. Thought about crossing. Couldn't do so. Plays the 1-2 though. It is tackled as he tries to enter the box. Good defending from Ogbeta, but Cleary doesn't get it away for him. Barnsley still camped on the edge of their own penalty area as Szoboszlai looks for the 1-2. It's going to be chipped across goal. No one in red there to get on the end of it. Liverpool, though, still on the attack. Robertson helps it on its way, looking for Engamoa. Couldn't quite control it. It's out for a Barnsley throw-in in the right-back position.
Well, at the minute, it's just damage limitation, isn't it, for Barnsley? They haven't been able to get over the halfway line for the last 5 minutes. But they have showed that threat, so Liverpool do have to be careful.
It looks as if all sides of the ground are joining in with the Reds go marching in here, because the hands going together in the Barnsley end as well as the... on the other three sides of the ground there. There's Van Dijk, heads it to Szoboszlai. Liverpool in control of this game, but only have a 1-0 lead at the moment. McAllister needs a pass forward. Jones was offering the option, but had to go back. So Van Dijk in fluorescent yellow boots today. Sweep it to Szoboszlai, then McAllister. We're almost at being allowed time to think about the next pass, although Szoboszlai's was nearly short. A couple more, though, take it to Robertson. Now out to Engamoa on the left. Steps over the ball. Barnsley players backing off as he approaches the corner of the penalty area. Looks for a pass. Finds Gakpo. Just got his feet in a muddle. Back to Chiesa. Keeps the attack going. Jones on to Frimpong. Tries to play it in low. It's well blocked. And out it goes for another Liverpool corner, their 5th of the game.
Yeah, it was good play, wasn't it? Edge of the box. There was a lot of quick passing there. Half a chance, Liverpool, after about the 3rd pass. Someone could have struck it. In the end, it was blocked as it was just going to come across the front of the goal. But again, Liverpool had bodies in the box there. It's almost been like attack-free defence, hasn't it, this last 5 minutes or so? Barnsley have really struggled.
No one's tracked Engamoa here. The pass wasn't used. Liverpool going for a slightly deeper approach here. Back to the far side of the penalty spot. The corner coming from the right. It's going to be swung in, away swinger. looking for those players, but it beats them all. It's going to go out of play for a throw-in, quite close to Conor Hurahan. They'll be getting a bit of a break from woes in the league. Just 2 clean sheets in their last 25, Barnsley, and they've not kept one tonight, and just 2 points above the relegation zone in League One, 57 places below Liverpool. Themselves are 14 points off the Premier League leaders Arsenal, so the cup competition's looking the best route to a trophy as fans rise in the 20th minute, as they have done throughout the season. Their forever player, Diogo Jota. And it's a moving tribute that has continued on into the new year. And in absolute unison, the Liverpool fans are on their feet and clapping. Virgil van Dijk on the ball, on the pitch. Szoboszlai plays out to the left. Engamoa's there. Liverpool leading by a goal to nil. Engamoa has his shirt pulled. So that'll be a free kick to Liverpool inside the Barnsley half, out towards the left-hand side. Passed across to McAllister. He's got Frimpong out on the right, but doesn't use him. Gomez to Van Dijk instead. Now here's Jones. Out it goes to the left. And Gamoa. Barnsley again being forced back into their penalty area. Just about 9 of their 11 players were back in there as Gamoa strode towards them. Tap of the heels though as they came away from the aforementioned Engamoa, and that does allow a brief moment of respite for Barnsley. Look better for them. Chance for the white shirts to put a couple of passes together. Red shirts just file back. They've been in control of this game of Liverpool. Jürgen Nathan running towards the edge of the Liverpool box. It's chipped in towards the far post, but nobody in white attacking it. O'Keefe lifts it in himself. Mamardashvili didn't quite know where his back post was there as it dropped over his head, and it's put out for a Barnsley corner. Their first of the game. It'll be from the left-hand side as they attack.
That was a teaser, wasn't it, from O'Keefe on his right-hand side. He just tried to lift it to the far post, I'm sure, but Mamardashvili wasn't sure where that was going. Just took a little nick, didn't it, off Andy Robertson.
Usually a right back, O'Keefe, we're told, but he is operating a bit further down the flank there. He goes over to take this corner. He's got the tall, cleary Jürgen Nathan in the 6-yard area. Everyone else for the visitors is deep. Keeler Dunn goes to the corner of the box, plays it back to the corner kick taker. It's in towards the near post, away from Gakpo, hit from range. Good save from Mamardashvili. Does really well to get across there and push that ball out in the 24th minute. Liverpool have to be on their guard at the back. There have been 2 gilt-edge efforts on goal from Barnsley that have threatened the Liverpool goal, despite the fact they've had barely any possession, the visitors here.
That was a great effort, wasn't it? Edge of the box. Had to keep it down and did.
Flicked on by Phillips now towards the goal. Virgil van Dijk there. Back and playing it to his goalkeeper. Slight little bit of alarm as Gomez tried to play his way out of trouble. But he plays it out in more orderly fashion now. To the halfway line where Szoboszlai is found. Now Van Dijk. Here's Gomez. Dijk again out to Frimpong. Then forward it goes to McAllister. Again, just playing with the ball at halfway at the moment. And then a pass out to the left goes too high and out behind. Liverpool just have to be a little careful, don't they? They've only got the 1-0 lead here, and we saw Mamardashvili brought into action from that corner kick routine from Barnsley. It was cleared away in the initial instance. I think Phillips there stabbing in the effort as it came back. No, in fact, it was Bland who was able to force the save to the left-hand side from Mamidashvili. And when you put that with the fact they've hit the inside of the post through their striker, Keeler Dunn, it does just show the potential at 1-0 for Liverpool to have problems still here tonight. Here's Jürgen Nathan, chips it over the top, bounces awkwardly for Frimpong, who just has to help it back up towards halfway, bounces over Bland, forward again to Jones. Ngamoa runs out to the left. Gakpo's drifted out there, and in the penalty area he goes, blocked on the edge of the 6-yard area. Back it comes to Curtis Jones. He smacks a ball into legs, and away it goes for a corner on the left-hand side.
Was it Gakpo with it?
Gakpo, I think, had the first effort in at the near post and then came back to Jones. But it must have taken a bit of the striker on the second way through as well.
Jones has hit Gakpo with his shot. Good run from Gakpo. He's just trying to find a little bit of space to curl it with his right foot.
Sort of seemed to make the most of the run that Ngamoa had made out to the left, didn't he? And just used the space inside him. Long ball, bit of a tussle. Neither O'Keefe or Robertson are able to jump for it as a result. The referee's quite happy for them to restart with a throw-in. There's Liverpool who've had plenty of the ball. They're yet to produce the second goal that will make them a bit more comfortable. 27 minutes played. You're listening to BBC Radio Merseyside, Total Sport. Back it comes to Frimpong, cross to Virgil van Dijk. Mind you can get us on FM, DAB, Freeview and BBC Sounds, of course, this evening. That one's chipped into the box, but Murphy Cooper's on hand to make a comfortable catch.
Yeah, it's a hard one, that one, because it was a straight run from Chiesa. It's always like trying to chip one up. Keeper always in control there.
Free kick to Barnsley then. It was Chiesa chasing back there who made the foul. 76.7% of possession to Liverpool. The stats I can see on my screen here. And that doesn't surprise you in the slightest, does it? They've been in complete control in terms of having the ball. Throwing goes to Jürgen Nathan, does well to hold off the challenger Gakpo. Then the pass from Ogbeta goes to Cleary, who's bright going forward. Has 9 assists this season. Can he find a white shirt? Cuts it back, but was behind his captain Keeler Dunn, who was foraying forward. Now Jürgen Nathan again. Back out to the left-hand side. Shepherd for Barnsley will help it on down the line again as they try and mount an attack, but Keeler Dunn will be penalised for offside here. Having decided to chase after Gomez, the flag was raised. It'll be a Liverpool free kick.
You think with all the possession though, Liverpool will be disappointed that they haven't worked the keeper more. You know, I don't think that apart from the goal, I can't think of anything he's had to do.
Yeah, they've all been blocked, haven't they, basically? Szoboszlai's had a couple blocked. Gakpo and Jones there had a couple of goes blocked, and it's just that one from Szoboszlai that was only really caught by the top right corner of Cooper's net at the Anfield Road end, where they've got it on target. Now Keeler Dunn, this is what he likes, try and run in behind the back four. He's got Virgil van Dijk up against him. It's one-on-one though, so it's slightly nervous time as Keeler Dunn will shoot, but it's low at Mamidashvili, and probably the weakest of the 3 Barnsley efforts. That one coming on the half-hour mark from Keeler Dunn. Still their best effort, the header against the inside of the post in the first minute.
Well, he looked laboured there, Van Dijk, against Davis Keeler Dunn. He just tried to go one way, cut across him on that 18-yard box, got a decent strike. Keeper was always behind it. If you look at efforts on goal, Barnsley have probably had more than Liverpool.
They've had the 2 on target there and the inside of the post as well. As the pass comes to Szoboszlai. He's out towards the left this time. Cuts back to Van Dijk, asks for it again. Will progress forward, halfway up the Barnsley half. Now Jones moves on to his right boot, then has McAllister on offer. Uses Chiesa out on the right now. Good pass. Frimpong makes a decoy, then into the D. Jones there, thought about chipping goalwards. Chiesa tries to get it away on his left foot. Just hits it into a sliding challenge from Jorgensen and then chested back to the goalkeeper by Shepherd as it spun up in the air. Barnsley looking to play out from the back, trying to feed Keeler Dunn then with a long pass along the ground. Keeler Dunn lost his footing and Szoboszlai didn't. Inside it goes to McAllister. Tiptoeing forward. Pass goes to Gamoa via Robertson. Gamoa's going to run towards the edge of the box again. Has to come back to McAllister though. Now Gomez. Passing out to the right. Chiesa will try and work his way into the box. Uses Frimpong. Barnsley again with a mass of white shirts in their own penalty area. They push out now as comes to Van Dijk, who's way forward here. Probably closer than where Szoboszlai hit the shot for the goal. As it comes to Szoboszlai again. Thought about trying his luck once more. Van Dijk across to McAllister. Now Szoboszlai again. He's looking for it every time, isn't he, at the moment? And who can blame him? Chiesa over on the left this time. Plays it into Jones. Looking for another little neat 1-2, but too many white shirts around the penalty area and they're able to defend it. But the visitors living dangerously here. Third round of the FA Cup, remember. Liverpool lead 1-0. Szoboszlai thought about it from even further out. Pass goes into the penalty area again. Barnsley come away with it. Cleary runs into Gomez. Referee's whistle goes and there'll be a yellow card to Gomez there for his troubles. What have you made of his performance so far?
Joe's.
Yeah, Joe Gomez.
Yeah, he's been alright. He's had a couple of loose touches, hasn't he? But I mean, he's took a foul there. He's took a Reece Cleary out. He wrong-footed him. Went down the outside. Just took one for the team, really, Gomez there. That means he's on a tightrope, doesn't it, for the rest of the game? So
yeah, certainly.
I think Liverpool have been in control of the football, haven't they? But they haven't really stopped Barnsley from doing what Barnsley do. You know, get it down the outside and get balls into the box. They've had a lot of pot shots at goal. They've obviously had the header in the first minute. So I think from that point of view, I think Huran will be really pleased with what he's seen from his side. You know, they've
towards the right corner of the area as Barnsley attack. Bland has it again. Just keep an eye on this in case they have another pot shot. It's out to Cleary. So 5 goals, 9 assists for him for Barnsley this season. Gets into the box, but is foiled as he does so. And Szoboszlai back to Gomez. Thinks about going long, but keeps it on the deck instead to Frimpong. Dangerously back into the box, but then across to Van Dijk, and now Liverpool can attack. Feeds it on now to Gakpo. Charge forward. He's got one foot
in his hand.
Gakpo, but he's still running forward now. And Gamoa to his right foot, right across towards the D. Has to check back though. Couldn't get the shot away. Finds another pass though. Liverpool still have players over. Comes to Frimpong, right hand side of the penalty area. Deflected upwards, headed down and scrambled away. And Keeler Dunn, the captain, will try and run around the whole Liverpool team. Is unable to do so. Gakpo's replacing his boot. Liverpool still attacking, and Szoboszlai thinks better of it. And Gakpo, well, he's got enough time there to almost stop play himself there, Szoboszlai, and carry on. The referee doesn't bring things to a stop, neither does Szoboszlai, and we're going well. Liverpool down the left. And Gamoa wiggles inside. Pass to Robertson. Left-footed over the top, and it's Chester back to the goalkeeper. Cooper.
Again there, Robertson gets down this left-hand side. It was a really good ball into the box, but there's only Gakpo in there. Just not enough bodies in the box for Liverpool.
And it seems as if Barnsley are quite happy to allow them to pass it round the edge of the box, but they're just going to amass their defenders inside it to make it difficult for Liverpool if they don't commit any players in. Chipped over the top, looking for Gakpo. It's a good interception in the end by Dugavigne. Still in the Barnsley left-back area. Shepherd clears via a deflection. Liverpool regain that possession. So they've dominated through this game. Forward comes Curtis Jones. towards the left. Kopp trying to bring the stadium into voice here. Robertson. Now Van Dijk. Dead centre of the Barnsley half goes McAllister. Spreads it out to the right. Chiesa. Can't really get any pace to his play here. Barnsley just frustrating. Been organised, you have to say that. Now Szoboszlai. A bit of space there, but this for once didn't shoot. Tried to play the pass to Jones, has been forced back and hassled. A little bit of afters between him and O'Keefe. Referee's whistle goes in favour of Liverpool. Just looking for that injection of pace, that moment of decisiveness. We've seen it once tonight, but can they produce it again? Frimpong out on the right. Barnsley defending the penalty area. Frimpong runs into it. Onto his left, shoots, goal. Simple as you like. Frimpong one touch with his right boot. Past the Barnsley left back, Ogbeta, and then smashed it with his left boot over the goalkeeper. And Liverpool lead 2-0. And they've been patient here this evening. And they've deserved that lead, which comes in the 36th minute of the game.
Yeah, you can see Ogbeta doesn't want Frimpong to go down the outside of him. And in the end, Frimpong says, well, I don't need to go on the outside, I'll just cut in and hit it with my left foot. And by the time he cuts inside, he was, 10 yards out maybe from the goal. Great strike with his left foot. Keeper was sort of down early, wasn't he? He went over the top of the keeper. Sharp from Frimpong.
As soon as that change of pace came, Barnsley just couldn't cope with it, could they? It was one-on-one, and Frimpong got the better of that. And I mean, Cooper's hands went up as the ball was hitting.
I think he was on his knees and his hands went up, wasn't he, the keeper? He'd gone down really early, didn't stand up. That's what Liverpool wanted, a little bit of breathing space.
And looking at the replay, it's fair to say Frimpong enjoyed that one.
I think so.
Big
no, it's his first goal for the football club, isn't it? So he'll be absolutely delighted. And he's been getting better. He's been a player who has had a stop-start to his career. He's been out injured a couple of times, and I don't think we've seen the best of him, but I think over recent weeks we've seen what he's capable of and what he can be. He's added to it again tonight with a goal. Yeah. Whether right back's going to be his spot, that remains to be seen.
Well, I guess given he's been playing further forward, it gives you an extra attacking option, doesn't it? Because he can do things like he's just done there, where he beats the full-back and smashes a strike in on goal.
And he's got pace, hasn't he? He's got bags and bags of pace, which is something that frightens defenders to death. It's the one thing they don't want is pace. But you have to be positive with the pace, and he has been over recent weeks. You know, you've seen him on that right-hand side. He was a threat against Arsenal, wasn't he, the other night?
And Liverpool have been clinical. 9th minute and 36th minute, finding the net on 2 occasions here. That's why they're comfortable in this game. Szoboszlai and Frimpong with the strikes if you just join us on BBC Radio Merseyside. Mike Perkins and Craig Hignett, your commentary team, and Liverpool restart again from their own half. McAllister.
I think if Liverpool get a third before half-time,
well, that
might be,
that is that.
Yeah.
No change in the way Barnsley are approaching this at the moment. I mean,
I don't think they can.
Yeah.
They run the risk of getting beat. You know, what did Man City score the other day? 10?
Yes, yeah.
So they'd run the risk of losing 5, 6, 7 if they start going for it a little bit and opening up a little bit.
Here's Ngamoa down the left-hand side. Does mean, though, the visitors will be under huge pressure from the likes of Ngamoa. Finds Szoboszlai now. Robertson back towards the 30-yard from goal mark. McAllister dead centre of the Barnsley half to Gomez. Out to the right to Frimpong, and he's going to run again at Ogbeta. This time he beats him on the outside. Chips it into the box, but Murphy was there with the catch.
He's got the bit between his teeth, hasn't he? Frimpong knows he can go past Ogbeta, whether it's down the outside or on the inside.
Yeah, he's got a long night ahead of him.
Yeah,
that left full-back position, Ogbeta. Forward it goes. Gomez chips it back where it came from. Nathan brings it down. Now Phillips to Barnsley products of the Liverpool Academy linking up, and Phillips will chase the return, but Szoboszlai's just too quick for him. Oh, but then he's lost it and given it straight back to Phillips, who's put it in the goal. And Dominic Szoboszlai, as good as his strike was in the first half, that was awful. He stood on the football when he really didn't need to, slipped over it, and Phillips went, thank you very much, I'll stab that one in the goal, and the game's back on. Barnsley with an absolute lifeline that they probably weren't expecting. The goal goes to Adam Phillips. There was a lovely picture of him playing for the under-21s here at Anfield. Well, now he has a goal in the third round of the FA Cup. Comes 40 minutes in.
I can't believe he's done that. That's so bad. You know, from a player who he'd done brilliant to track the run, got there, and he tries to fake a back heel here, if you see. He gets it all wrong. There's no need for him to fake a back heel. Why does he need to fake a back heel there? He's away from trouble. Just keep going.
Well,
I mean, it's just
let the visitors straight back into this game when we were talking about the third goal sealing it. Instead, it's gone to the visitors, and I mean, it's embarrassing, isn't it?
Yeah,
really,
like it's such a bad decision to try and do what he was doing. You know, that's shades of being too complacent, thinking it's too easy, and trying to show off a little bit, and it's bit him.
I mean, I was almost about to say it shows the gulf of class between the two number 8s, but if you get that complacent,
just then be professional, just do your job. You don't have to be fancy on the goal line. You've done your job, you've tracked back, you've won the ball, you're out of danger. Why try and fake a back heel when you don't have to?
Here's Ngamoa, cross to McAllister on the centre spot. Spreads it right to Federico Chiesa. It's headed out of play. As we approach the halfway point of this game, unexpectedly, Liverpool have allowed their opponents back into it. Van Dijk to Szoboszlai, who probably owes Liverpool another one of those stunning strikes. As good as he was in the 9th minute, he was bad in the 40th, letting Phillips in for a goal that halves the Liverpool advantage. Gomez, cross to Frimpong, who's got the other goal for Liverpool tonight. He's out on the right. Mind you, with Mike Perkins and Craig Hignett, who's played in the final of this competition, the FA Cup. Still the greatest, I think, for football supporters anyway. This one's played to McAllister, back to Gomez, thought about chipping through to Gakpo, goes to Chiesa instead. He'll cross from the right, looking for Gakpo, headed away, but again, really, it was only Gakpo in the penalty area. Robertson actually was the player getting up and trying to join him there. Now Szoboszlai. Passing still slow, looking for the opening from Liverpool here. Just almost like a apex predator toying with their prey at the moment. Szoboszlai again. Ngamoa as Anfield comes into full voice. Into the penalty area he goes from the left. The 3 passers take it back to Gakpo, who's outside the box this time. Now there's 4 red shirts in the box for Chiesa to aim for. Puts it across goal. Shepherd with a header away for Barnsley. Goes out of play on the right-hand side. 2-1 the score remains.
Yeah, I'm not sure that would have reached anyone from Chiesa. He sort of fired it, didn't he, a bit too hard.
It's out across to Ngamoa. It's too high for him. By no means small Ngamoa, but certainly not that tall. Barnsley in all white with the throw in then. Right back position, and they've had a bit of a gift to get them back in this game.
They probably deserved a goal, you know, Barnsley, for what they've done earlier on, but not like that.
Well, I said the chance in the first minute might be the best they've got, but I think Adam Phillips one probably tops it. He literally just had to stab it anywhere he liked, and it was going in. As Frimpong's got the right side of Cleary here. Shepherd's had to come over to cover the gaps. Crossed. Again, Gakpo was the furthest forward. It's been joined from a deeper position, but too late by Chiesa, and it goes out of play. Decent cross from the right, but it just, again, didn't have the red shirts getting on the end of it. Is that just a bit of desire, really, from Liverpool
it's
players?
just a wanting to score a goal. Not enough who do it.
As Cooper goes to place the ball on the edge of this 6-yard area. We're in the final minute of the half, so we'll keep an eye on the fourth official, who's poised with the board for added time. Puts it up now, in fact. 2 minutes to be added on at the end of this first period. Forward it goes. Van Dijk with the header back into the Barnsley half. Shepherd returns the favour. Now Gomez and Van Dijk let it drop and then just play it back to Mamardashvili. Probably be furious to lose his clean sheet in the way he did. He'd made a good stop from Bland earlier in the half. Also seen the ball come back off the inside of his post. But Liverpool's 2 goals have been their main efforts on target, really. Szoboszlai and Frimpong. It looked as if they were doing enough. Still have the lead, though. Here's Szoboszlai. Back to Jones. Thought about chipping forward. Gakpo wanted it, but midfielders decide to keep it. McAllister now. Little pass across to Gomez. But again, it's side to side from Liverpool in the Barnsley half. Conor Hourihane waving frantically from his technical area. As McAllister passes out to Frimpong. Up against Ogbeta again. Cleary inside this time to block that path to goal. So Frimpong will play it back to Gomez. Cross for the back post. Curtis Jones was charging in there. Didn't really get much on it. Shoulder to shoulder with his opponent, and the referee decided unfairly. It was Phillips there getting back across, and he's the goal scorer for the visitors. 2-1 the score. Bit of desire from Jones to get on the end of that one.
Yeah, made a run into the box, didn't he? Far post. But it was good defended in the end.
I mean, there's no way this Cooper was going to try and take that from outside his penalty area. There's absolutely no way he was going to get away with that. But back towards the 6-yard area he goes, which is more where the infringement happened. In stoppage time then, at the end of the half, and the referee's seen enough for one half of football. 2 minutes 30.